Hey Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to Age of Wonders 4 Dragon Dawn. This video is not sponsored, but there will probably be an affiliate link in the description where you can go and get the DLC if you haven't already bought the expansion pass. And let me tell you, it's pretty cool to play with dragons, dude. So we're going to be playing on the Dragonfire Cradle realm. This is a coastal realm that has the Ashen War. This is going to be pretty fun to check out. It is a forming realm, so there's a bunch of desolate provinces that will convert into regular provinces. And the world is plagued by volcanic eruptions, and it is also a ruined realm, so there will not be many free cities. Let's go ahead and play Dragonfire Cradle. We are, of course, going to be playing on brutal difficulty because that's how we do here. Now, there has been a huge patch to this game, like so much stuff got rebalanced. So we're going to kind of be going in with a view of not knowing what's going to happen here. I am going to say that I don't want the AI to use custom rulers. I want them to use the default rulers. I, however, will be using a custom ruler. Now, I made a couple of dragons, kind of like playing around with different styles of dragon and cool stuff. And to be honest with you, I was really happy with this faction here. We do have lizard folk as our faction of choice, as our form of choice. These guys do start with poisonous, which gives melee attackers a chance to be poisoned when they're attacked, and cold-blooded, which means they don't lose morale as quickly. Just for the sake of not min-maxing too hard, I'm going to take the default traits just to kind of have a little bit of fun. We will be playing as a barbarian, mostly because I think this works quite well with the dragon stuff. Having primal strike, giving your units that little bit of extra damage on the first attack, having a lot of food, a lot of draft. The ritual of alacrity is quite handy. I do think that feudal could also work with dragons. Honestly, any of these can work with dragons. I like the idea of barbarian the most. In terms of society traits, I will be taking the new artifact hoarders trait, which means that you gain a tier 2 to 3 hero item after you clear an ancient wonder or an infestation, and you gain extra mana with hero items via the artifact hoard. So basically, every item that we have in our hoard that isn't equipped will give us a small buff to our mana, based on the tier of the item. We also get 2 free random hero items. Now this would work quite well with Ruthless Raiders, actually. This would combo really well with Ruthless Raiders. But I also like the idea of Fabled Hunters, this way that we get 100% resources from clearing infestations, ancient wonders, resource nodes, and we start off with an extra range unit. I feel like this kind of works really nicely together with these two. I do also think that Ruthless Raiders could work pretty well too, giving you that food and draft, or the golden draft. Now, we are going to be taking the new tome. This is a tier 1 tome called the Tome of Evolution. We'll talk a little bit about this tome when we get into the game, but it's pretty damn cool. It is a nature chaos hybrid tome, so you get 1 nature affinity and 1 chaos affinity. It comes with the shepherd ability, so any unit with the evolve trait, which basically means as it levels up, it will turn into a new unit, will get a 20% unit upkeep reduction, a plus 2 defense and plus 1 resistance. So they can stay alive a little bit easier. And this tome is all about evolving units, right? You've got the Slither Hatchling. This is a tier 1 skirmisher unit that when you level it up to a champion, it evolves into the Slither, which is a tier 3 skirmisher unit with venomous spit and melee strike. It has draconic rage, so as it loses health, it does more damage, which kind of helps counteract the idea that, you know, as units normally lose damage, they do less damage. Or as units normally take damage, they do less damage. You also have the Wyvern Fledgling, which is a baby wyvern that can be evolved into a wyvern. You have Youthful Regeneration, which heals a unit and gives it strengthened and doubles that effect if the unit has evolved. A very good early game spell to use with things like Slither Hatchlings. Rapid Evolution Enchantment gives an experience bonus to units that can evolve, and Resurgence, which basically means if they die in a battle and you win that battle, they come back to life. This is an insanely powerful ability for leveling up low tier evolution creatures. And then Draconic Vitality just gives your entire race plus 3 health per unit rank, which is basically like tiering them up in a health perspective. Because normally, like, tier 1 units gain 4 health per level, right? Tier 2 units gain 6. With this ability, tier 1 units will gain 7 health per level, which is kind of powerful. I like it. That's how we're going to take the Tome of Evolution. It's really cool. Now, the big thing here is we're going to be able to play as a Dragon Lord. They start with the Dragon Horde ability, so every item that is not equipped in their arsenal will give them a trickle of gold. Very cool mechanic. Now, that does come with a 30 gold debuff. Like, this guy just costs 30 gold per turn, but you can very quickly make up for that. They also have special unique hero skills and transformations, and it is such a cool idea to have Dragon Lords. I already kind of picked my dragon's appearance. I made this like huge Giga Dragon here. I really enjoyed it. I decided to be a nature dragon, and that just felt like the right way to play with this like lizard folk Tome of Evolution build. I do think a chaos dragon could work quite well here, but nature dragon is what I'm going to go for. So his breath and claws will do blight damage. He has a nature affinity, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can customize with these guys. You can make him a real thin kind of dragon, like he's one of those like Chinese, what do you call them? you know, the long, thin dragons. You can do that kind of stuff. I made my boy a big old thick boy, but you can make like a little tiny dragon if you want. If you turn all the sliders down, and you can kind of turn the sliders down in like weird ways, so you can give him like a huge head, but you know, you can also give him like a little tiny head too, so that he's appropriate, like a little baby dragon, right? You can randomize as well. You can do all that stuff. You can get some pretty cool combinations, which I really like. I also decided to go with the crocodile head on my dudes, because for some reason, the crocodile, like, but you have like, this is like skink heads from like Warhammer. It kind of reminds me of those. You have like kind of more Cobra-esque heads. You have just default lizard man. You have like reptar style. I liked the crocodile style. I don't know why. This just makes me think of the crocodiles from Donkey Kong. And I was like, dude, I'm in like Donkey Kong. Anyway, we will be playing the Evolving Guardians. I'm going to give him a new name. I'm going to call him Jamu Straza. A little bit of a WoW reference there, I think. I don't remember if the green dragons were Strazas or not. I think they were. Welcome to Rundhart, our capital city, and we have ourselves a big old tasty dragon in command. Now, I think in contrast to a lot of my other games, what I'm going to do at the start of this game is actually hold on to as much of my money as I can. I will go ahead and grab this production stash, and I will probably put it into producing merchandise. I kind of regret picking up that production stash now. So what I want to do is I want to save up cash to buy a second hero. But I suppose I can put a turn into a vendor, attract a population, place a farm, and get a hero in a couple of turns from now. That'll be fine. We are going to want to mostly go with an animal-based build, evolving animals in particular. Let's go ahead and begin the scouting journey. I'm going to manually scout a lot this game. Now, these flow serpents are real scary. So I'm going to move in a different direction and have a little look around. We got something over here, a brigand camp. This is going to be a perfect early clear, actually. I'm going to go ahead and open up with slither hatchlings. I really like skirmisher units. I feel like skirmisher units have a lot of power, mainly because they can move and attack, being able to poison people. And they're also an evolution unit, so they kind of fit with the build that I'm going for. So slither hatchling it is. So we have to deal with, on this world, the Ashen War. There are 6 dragons, 7 including myself, on this world fighting over how they should deal with this world. Is life sacred and it should be protected, or does there need to be a balance between chaos and destruction? I'm going to say that life is sacred and should be protected. I feel like this fits better with my character, the way that I've designed them. So I'm going to go ahead and agree with the Dawn Wardens. And now when I meet Dawn Warden leaders, I'll be able to build a better relationship with them. So let's go ahead and make our way over towards this brigand camp, and we will begin clearing it. Now, I could probably auto-combat this, and we would probably get a reasonable result, but I'm going to go for a better result and see if we can't clear it without any losses. I think my opening moves should heavily involve getting my dragon up into position and my range units behind them. Now, the dragon is insanely powerful. Now, the cool thing is we actually managed to start with a couple of items. He started with the Wand of Lightning Strikes, which deals damage in a 3-hex line. I'm wondering if I could probably get a tasty hit on them next turn if they stay lined up. Oh, they do stay lined up. That's beautiful. Now, this can't be used while you're in an enemy zone of control, so I probably want to go stand right here. I'm going to fire the Wand of Lightning Strikes. This will do a big old chunk of damage. Now, let's have a look at the positioning on these enemy units. So, only the spearmen can get to my leader. I'm going to position my swordsman on the right here in defense mode. I'll position my archer behind the dragon, my skirmisher to the right of the dragon, and he'll throw a sundered defense attack, which will make my archer do slightly more damage. I could do a Song of the Reckless, but I'm not going to. And we've already severely damaged that spearman, and we shouldn't have any issues. We don't really have a good spell to use, which kind of sucks. I mean, we have a decent heal, so they just got their heal off, which is good because we burnt their expenditure of that heal. Their archer is popping off. My dragon does a big old counter attack. Now, my dragon does insane damage. That's the beautiful thing here. And it also has a breath attack. But I don't want to necessarily use the breath attack because I would hit my own unit. I am going to go ahead and use Youthful Regeneration on this guy because it'll give him +1 strengthened. I am tempted to get the flank, but I would only be able to get a very weak flank or get counterattacked. So I might just stick with sundering his defense and then shredding him with my ranger. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, the graze was unideal, so we are going to take the counterattack, which sucks. My dragon, on the other hand, I could leave this guy's zone of control, but I think we can just completely shred this melee unit and we'll be totally fine. We'll take quite a bit of counterattack damage this turn, owing to the fact that that archer is in a great position to damage us, but we counterattacked perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and strengthen my shield unit again. I'll get my archer. Nay. I need you to go for this archer, I think. See, what's the kind of range on this bad boy? You know, if you stand right here, you could poison breath both of these guys, which is perfect because that will poison them. Then we can get the kill on you. Boom, boom, boom. And then my skirmisher should be able to get up into melee with this archer, guaranteeing a kill, because if they try to slip out of my zone of control, they will die. And I think that is this entire battle just completely over and done with, because the poison damage will tick through and get the kill. And this is a much better outcome, I feel. We took a little bit more damage on the dragon, but that's okay. We managed to get 200 production and 150 mana, as well as the murder ring and the noble aegis. Remember, every item we pick up, those are going to fit into our dragon horde. And you can see if I go in here, we're making 11 gold and 11 mana from our dragon horde of items. We could sell these directly to recruit a hero really quickly, but I should be fine. Now these guys aren't going to heal very quickly inside this terrain. Let's just keep on scouting. Underground passage over here. One heart produced a vendor. That's quite nice, actually. Enough overflow production to do something else. What if I just rushed a market? It's kind of a silly thing to do, but I'm gonna do it in this particular situation. It does not make sense considering I wanted to return a turn 3 recruit a hero. This will delay my second hero, but honestly that's fine because it means my gold income is really good. There is a tower over there. I'm gonna send my skirmisher over to clear that tower solo. I'm gonna send my hero back to heal and my shield unit back to heal while I scout with my others, see if we can't find things. We don't have easy kills, and do remember the world is brutal, so it'll be hard to get kills. But really what we're looking for is a place to settle our second city. There's 65 food for the capital. I'm going to plonk down a farm, I think, on the gold vein, because I'd like enough gold to recruit a hero next turn. Let me have a look at the hero costs. Yeah, 250. Neither of these are too amazing, but I mean, fortified is okay. A fortified archer. Right, we hit the tower and we found mostly really hard things to clear. We're not finding good land right now, which kind of sucks, because I'd love for somewhere I could beeline to go settle a second city. Let's get up onto the edge of this terrain here. Oh, there's a clearable thing. So I'll start moving my units back this way to join up. We should be able to clear this with like 3. Probably even my dragon could clear this solo with this shield guy. A new dawn, a new day. One heart finished the market. It's ready to grow another population. I think getting the sheep online real early is good. I think going farm early game feels pretty good to me. I'm not going to go for the workshop yet, actually. I've changed my mind. I'll produce materials and recruit a hero. I think Shas the Warden is a nice ranged unit. He's got archery 1. I'll recruit him. We will go over the hero cap, but I'm okay with that. I'll bring him up towards my hero stack. And this is a great opportunity for me to get experience right on that brand new hero. Now, if I auto combat here, yeah, easily resolve without any health losses. So I'm just going to take that auto resolve. We got ourselves a spider hatchling bell. That's fantastic. And 160 mana. Really strong mana start. And I think my hero leveled up. And now we finally get to look at some of these draconic skills. Now, look at this. Okay, so we have draconic health, draconic scales, +2 defense, +5 blight resistance, heightened senses, true vision, vision range. We have tail swipe, which is an AoE melee damage attack. It's basically like a shock attack that's in an AoE, hits the 3 people in front of them. Draconic health is sick, an extra 15 hit points. I really like heightened senses. It allows like this early game scouting info on a unit like your leader. Super powerful. Lets you find things that you might be able to clear. Like we could probably clear this if I could get all my units together. And that would be a super powerful outcome for me to clear this node. Even more mana. I'm a little bit mana heavy right now and I have nothing to spend it on, which isn't necessarily the end of the world. It's just like not ideal. Yeah, we would love to clear things like this. Things like these bronze Ancient Wonders would give us a huge benefit. We do have Slither Hatchlings. The second I can, I'll start recruiting those. We are going to take Rapid Evolution Enchantment. This will give a 20% experience bonus to units that can evolve and give them Resurgence, which means they can die in combat and come back. This will really help us evolve those units. We could take Fruitful Integration right now. One of our goals will be to settle 3 cities. I'd say by turn 20, that would be about when I want to do it. I'm expecting some of the terrain to shift and warp. Yep, it's slowly forming new terrain as we move on. Keep on scouting, bring the archer forward. You can't clear this on your own, but you can go scouting here to the left. And honestly, this doesn't look like the worst place for a city. Really, we're just missing resource nodes in the area. Right, let's go ahead and recruit a Slither Hatchling. We're also going to grab ourselves the workshop in the capital. We'll grab the workshop because that +10 draft and +10 production will allow us to build buildings and units faster. The Slither Hatchling is a unique unit that will turn into a dragon for us, which is quite exciting. So almost all my units are in position. We'll join them up. My dragon can probably safely scout this way. Some more stuff that'll be really hard to clear. This will be really difficult to clear, although we might be able to do it. It's a lot of... If I had more evolve units in my army, I might be able to do this a little bit easier. Yeah, I think I'm going to look to drop a city over by this watchtower. There's at least two resource nodes nearby. That's pretty decent. So this looks like a pretty good spot. It's near enough to my capital to where it'll be easily defended. Do I want to drop one down here near this Gust Keep? I could drop it on this underground passage, actually. Build a Pathfinder outpost. Ideally, I would drop it on this. No. I would drop it on the underground passage or adjacent to it. So I might pop it here on this rocky desert area. That's the power of the Barbarian Scout. I love that you can settle cities with them. It's something I really appreciate about the Barbarian culture. So we're going to pop down here. We'll drop the Pathfinder outpost because it means your hero can just be off doing other things, you know. This will be a tough fight. So let's get everyone grouped up. I've only got 5 units to go up against 6. And one of them is a tier 3 nightmare. My dragon will have to deal with that nightmare. Now, if I auto-resolve, I expect to lose. But I think I can beat this battle myself. So I need to position my dragon centrally. No regret. I'm going to make a spider to hold the front line. Bring my skirmisher forward. The spider can die easily, so it'll hold the weakest position. And then I'll have my ranged units sitting behind. So we'll see how they play. They should just rush down mid. Yeah, perfect. Oh, wow. That counted as a flank. I wasn't expecting them to be that aggressive on turn 1. If you poison spray this tile, that horse will counterattack you, won't he? Let's make sure we're healing our guys. Attack, attack, attack. And then get that kill. I think just getting kills is the play here. Boom, boom. The more times we kill things, the less actions our enemies have. So we'll see what they do. Turns me around. We need to deal with this gremlin. Go ahead and buff up your strength. I think we kill you. We take the counterattack, but it should easily kill him. Can we kill this doggo? I think we can at least wound this doggo to the point where its damage is no longer relevant. And similarly, we can wound this doggo to the point where its damage is no longer relevant. And then we just need to damage the gremlin to the point where its damage is no longer relevant. But we want to do that with a single attack. So I'm going to take this doggo out instead. Go ahead and kill that. You should be fine. I think that's a wrap for our enemies. Enemies were poisoned. Let's get another heal off on the dragon. 42 on you, 39. So I'll make him displace first. Then I'll shoot him with the archer. Boom, boom, boom. Easy. And so I lost a unit, but I only lost 1 unit. I'm okay with losing my skirmishers because I'm going to be replacing these with my slither skirmishers. So that's kind of like an okay process here. I'm going to step to back a tile so that we're inside neutral terrain, so we heal at 5 health per turn. My capital city can annex another province. I definitely want to get the resources inside my borders first. So I'm going to build myself another, maybe a quarry could be good. I suppose if I built the mint, if I build a mine, I could build a mint. An early mint for an extra 20 gold could be good to supply my city. Yeah. Okay. I'll build the early mine, get that extra gold going, and I'll be able to get that early mint after the workshop finishes. My hero leveled up. Shasta Warden leveled up, and we're going to be focusing on him dealing damage at range. Although, do I need a really tanky frontliner for my army? I don't think I do. So I'll take sprint on him so that if he's in melee, he'll be able to get out of melee engagement using Slippery, Elusive, and Swift to bounce. I think Slippery is the one that prevents you from triggering opportunity attacks. And that'll let him slip out of engagement range to be able to step a tile and then shoot his bow 3 times. It's quite a good one on ranged units. On Jammu Straza, I could go for heightened senses too. This would make him immune to flanking, which honestly gives a lot of tankiness on a big character like this that's a central battlefield piece. I do think it could also be good to go for Inspiring Leader to make these units cheaper. I'm going to take Dragon Breath Comet. This will give him a 4 ranged AoE attack. So we'll do that. This way, I like the Comet. You can make the cone bigger or you can make it go in a line. I like the Comet because it gives it really good range and really good damage. And this counts as a magic attack, so it'll stack quite nicely if I decide to go for battle magic stuff. I might pop back to my terrain here. So you're building the outpost. Honestly, I think there might be an outpost over here. It's close enough. Yeah, I think we might go for a 4-city build, like a city here, and a city here in a nice 4-quadrant location. Let's build that outpost. That'll take 2 turns. We did get Rapid Evolution researched. Let's go ahead and immediately cast Rapid Evolution for that experience bonus and Resurgence. Then we're going to go ahead and choose our next spell. 2 more research cycles. I don't care about Enchanted Crow Companion. Primal Mark is great for some of these units, actually. Vision of Victory is also fantastic for that 3 fortune. I think Primal Mark scales better. So While I do think Vision of Victory would be better in the short term, I think Primal Mark Scale is better in the late game. I'm going to be saving Imperium to settle cities. I want to get to a quick 3 to 4 cities would be, perfect. The reason I want to get quick cities out is so I can start growing them and developing them and just get that Imperium expenditure out early. And also claiming land early just feels really, really important when you're against brutal AI, because they tend to take a little bit of time to attack you. So if you can get your cities out nice and early, you actually set yourself up pretty well. Now, Storm Giants, this looks like a really scary stack, mostly because of these Astral Keepers with their Astral Blessing heal. I don't think I'm ready to take that on until I have my Skinks, which is what I like to call the Slithers. So I'm going to send this guy to scout because he's pretty healthy. I'll go grab that. You're going to hang out in neutral terrain. I'll send this archer southwest. So I'll hang this guy out here. I'll do a Ritual of Alacrity here. And then once I know more information, I'll send my hero off in another direction. I might even send my hero down here to start clearing out Gust Keep. Let's hit that thingy. Ooh, there's a Bannerless Keep. That should be easy to clear. Ooh, okay. That should be easy enough to clear. Only 5 Astral Wisps. We should be able to get nice and close to them. The Bone Dragon might be a little bit harder to kill. This shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, most of the stuff over here should be fairly easy for me to clear, actually, once I get my second Slither. So Slither Hatchling, nowhere I can place a farm, sadly, which kind of really sucks. I don't want to keep Desolate Terrain, so I'm going to grab myself a quarry here and hope that a farmable tile appears soon. Let's go for the Town Hall Community Tent. We need to get our gold income up, I think. That's going to be the big goal here so that we can sustain Slither production. Let's do the Ritual of Alacrity to heal this army stack up. And I reckon we can take on this node here if we can get this Slither in range. And I think we can because he's a skirmisher, so he moves across the map pretty good. And I think they're actually really good at forest movement, right? They have like forests hidden or something. Or maybe that's the evolved form. I think the evolved form hides in forests. All right, this is the power. Ooh, we got some kind of enemy leader over here to the left. In this outpost, I could found a city, and I think I will. Faster I get that city down, the better. I'm going to send this scout up this way to get the outpost I want over here up. We're going to cast the Rapid Evolution enchantment. Let me level those bad boys up nice and quickly. We do have Empire development skills available. It's not what we're looking for. We're looking to spend our Imperium on settling cities right now to get those up nice and early, because the faster you get a city up and going, the faster it starts to pay itself off and actually help your economy. So we found Acreon the Endless. Do I want to send him a gift? I think we're mostly probably going to be, let's see, I can lose alignment. I could deal with the hero. I think I will do quests. This will be a Dragon Slayer quest. She proclaims herself to be a Dragon Slayer, so she's coming to fight me. This is a hero with a green lance. Oh, okay. This could be a very winnable fight for me. All right, let's group up and then take on this mana node. This will be even more mana in my bank. Although I imagine my build is going to get pretty mana hungry soon. So this is a low risk battle. Am I missing someone? I'm missing my skink. Do you reckon I can win this? Yeah, should be easy auto-resolve. I'll take an easy auto-resolve. If an auto-resolve gives me like such a favorable result, I'll take it. Now, this is really cool because this is where we get to pick our dragon aspect, dude. We can take an astral aspect, we can take a chaos aspect, materium, nature, order, shadow. So astral will give us the attunement fortune, which basically means every time we cast a spell, you'll get a critical hit chance increase as well as +2 resistance. It does increase our upkeep cost. I think you can only ever pick one aspect. We could be a chaos aspect, which allows us to do more damage, the more status effects our enemy has, and we gain more morale. Materium gives us critical hit chance and defense. I like that. That's cool. Nature gives us 20 hit points and watchful, which actually combines quite well with the can't be flanked ability, I think. Kind of interesting. So we'd retaliate a lot. Order gives us faithful, so we're cheaper to maintain. We have status resistance, and we inflict condemned with our attacks. And the shadow aspect gives us soul drain. I think nature aspect fits best with my build. Materium aspect feels nice for that 30% crit chance and 2 defense. Do I want to take the nature aspect or the materium? That crit chance is insane. It's way better than 20 health in my opinion, and the extra retaliation attack. So I'm going to take that crit chance. So I'll take the materium. That feels really good to me. Ancient Governor is also sick as hell, +10 knowledge and 15 city stability. It doesn't make this guy much better at combat. Tail Swipe could be powerful. I do like the idea of Tail Swipe. It's a nice AoE attack, although Ancient Governor is super good for research, so I'll go for more of an economic move here. Ooh, Ancient Governor too, another 15 knowledge, 20 city stability and fortification health. Huge potential on a dragon, man. That was dragon, man, not a dragon man. Yeah, in Magnafort, we're going to go for a farm first. And the goal is to build the workshop and the vendor. So I think we'll build the workshop first and then we'll go for the vendor. That just feels right to me. I'll put Shasta Warden in charge of this city. And this city automatically now is making me 30 gold per turn because it means I'm no longer over my hero limit. So that's why I wanted to also settle a city really early, is to stop paying that 30 gold upkeep for my hero. Speaking of heroes, the hero leveled up will take archery 2 to give him an extra 10% damage. He is a DPS hero, so that's kind of the direction we want to build him. Now, what would be the next place we go to? This feels really scary. That's a lot of skirmishers, a lot of negative debuffs, and a lot of stuff. This also feels like a lot of danger. This feels doable, whatever this is, plus they're on a banner. So if I quick buy this skink and get him running up here, we could do something. I'll check out the bannerless keep maybe, or maybe I'll pop back to my terrain to get a heal while we move towards this quest. We'll do this quest and then head over here to clear this, hit that banner and get some level ups. Magnaford, I want you to start recruiting slithers as well. I'm going for heavily into an animal / evolve unit build. That's kind of the plan. So I'll be focusing on recruiting slithers and wyverns. I want wyverns when I get the tech for it. Dude, there is a dragon tome as well, by the way, that allows you to recruit dragons. Let's go ahead and build the Pathfinder outpost. Yeah, I know that someone's claimed outpost. I'm okay with that. I think this 4-city setup is looking pretty good. I'm a little bit worried about the fact that there is a quest item here in the Fog of War, but that means there's probably going to be someone that I'm going to have to kill over there. Hopefully it's the side that I decided to ally with. Okay, let's go ahead and take out this hero. Now, he's not standing on anything. That's just a quest, so we don't really care what he does. Let's use our skinky boy. No, I'll use this guy to start the battle. Should be an easy auto combat, but I want to fight this myself because I kind of want to try out some of the new dragon abilities. All right, so we are attacking a rogue marauder. We have a couple of opening moves that we can do. I think I want to push forward, and I could do this. I'm going to ignore the spider egg this game. Instead, we're just going to push hard for... oh, he's poisoned. No, little guy's poisoned. I'm going to push hard for the dragon to carry this. Now, they stepped forward, putting them in range of my Dragon Ball Z breath. But I'm going to make a spider and send the spider forward to be annoying. And I will do youthful rejuvenation on this guy to get him +2 strengthened. And then we'll see what they do. They'll probably go for that spider. Yeah, perfect. They wasted a hero action. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And now we should be really set up for like a giga fireball. Boom. Big meteor strike. Boom. Okay, we got a few options here. My skink could run up and smash this guy. I think I'll let my archer do the work. Boom, boom, boom. And then see if we can't get the venomous spit on him. Now with this archer, I'd like to get a little bit of damage in on you. Like so. And maybe it would be good to kill... I'd love to kill some of these archers to bring their damage down. So even if I hit them twice, just to bring their average DPS down, I'm happy with that. He backed up to do a little heal. You shot me for a thunder defense. And you shot me for a very small amount of damage. It looks like we mostly took out their DPSs. Let's go ahead and drop this heal. Big heal on our boy. Go ahead and skink strike this baby. It's like, whenever I see these little dudes like attack something, it makes me think of that video of the dude who had like the blue skink that was like murdering like a blue worm. No, the skink that was murdering a blue worm. That's what I think of when I see those little guys. Let's go to here. I'm going to fire a wand of lightning bolt to kill that archer and damage the hero. My skinky boy will step forward and shoot him. My shield guy will run forward and taunt this hero, shield bashing him. Okay, you fumbled. That's okay. And then my archer will come to the side and take a shot. Next turn, we should easily be able to do damage here. There's not much he can do about it, I think. His morale is very low, so he has a good chance of fumbling. He went for my archer, of all things. What a dummy. We're just going to shred his back with our little dragon claws. And Skinky Boy will finish it off. Perfect. So a whole bunch of level ups. These guys are now soldiers, which is the tier 1 level, so they get +4 health. Will make their way down to becoming champions, so they evolve. See, I can gain 89 Imperium, which would allow me to settle my cities faster, or I could get a level up. Level ups for dragons are super powerful, actually. I'm going to do that. I'm going to eat her corpse, and this will let me level up my dragon. That's a super powerful ability. Belt of the Berserker. Ooh, this actually combos really nicely with Draconic Rage. So when my hero drops below 60% health, it deals 30% extra damage. The Belt of the Berserker, when this unit hits 30% or lower, it gets Strengthened, Berserk, and Steadfast. That's kind of a fun combo. Quickened Breath. I think I will take... I like Ancient Governor. I really want to get the Spider Bell off this guy. It doesn't feel very good. Summon spells don't feel as good as they used to. I feel like they over-nerfed them. But I'll take Ancient Governor too, because that just makes my cities better. More defensible, yada yada. We have no cash, so go ahead and just produce merchandise for a couple turns. A hero leveled up. Hey, you leveled up too. Keen Edge, 20% crit chance. I'll take it. It's a nice skill. +5 food from farms. I feel like military engineering is quite good there. I'll abort this and then rebuild the outpost so that it starts with palisade walls. Speaking of this outpost, I need to build palisade walls down here. We collected the remains of a hero, which is always nice. I could sell his remains and get his lance, but I don't think I care about that. Let's come to this outpost. I'll build a work camp. No, it wasn't a work camp that I wanted to build. It was a palisade wall. Also, I think this ability, it doesn't give you palisade walls anymore. It gives you the work camp, which I guess is fine. I'm going to build my wizard tower foundation for the extra Imperium income. That's going to pay off pretty quickly. For certain abilities in my empire. Being able to pick up these Imperiums, being able to settle cities faster, all that stuff. You know, I think I can take on this Bone Dragon stack. I think I can. Even if I lose this sword guy, I'll replace him with a Slither anyway. Ooh, there's Primal Mark. That's excellent. So Primal Mark will make all of my non-barbarian units actually do damage. The extra +8 damage on the first strike, +8 damage on your first melee attack, which is really quite a powerful skill. Like if you compare it to a normal stat boost that gives you what, +2 damage per attack, it's like you get 4 attacks in on your first attack compared to those. Okay, so the city of Magnaford is ready for another building. I think the obvious choice is to go double farm opener so that we can get to the tier 2 market building. That's a 15 gold increase. It's also a 15 production increase with the stonemason because these are the things that it boosts. It allows the city to continue to grow. I think this is like the economic play. It feels right to me. So Shasta Warden can get signature skills. I actually like the idea that signature skills come at 4, 8, 12 and 16. That's quite nice in my opinion. Summon Animal fits pretty well with my build. I don't like it, but I'll take it. I mean, free units are good. Free units are always good. They've been significantly nerfed because they only last 3 turns, and it takes a full action to use, so there's like an awful lot of setup in a summon now. They really nerfed summon abilities. I mean, they're still good because you can use summons to disrupt enemy lines. There's a welcome gift. So that is Voxius the Bearer. He does not like me. Where did we find his units? Not good that I don't know where he was found. I don't know where his throne city is. I could declare friendship with him. So he is not a Grove Tender, which means he's probably going to be our biggest rival in the early game when the Dragon War begins. Oh yeah, there's going to be a Dragon War. Did I forget to mention that? Let's annex a lumber mill. And we will build a palisade wall. It's always good to get that palisade wall early. We'll begin scouting. I think I might just put this guy in auto explore now. He did his job. He built me 2 outposts, so he got my cities up and running. In terms of arcane research, I really want the Wyvern fledgling. This will be my last research cycle until my next tome. The Wyvern is kind of an interesting unit, but I'll talk about it when we actually finish researching him. One Tart can annex another province. I'd love to get my next farm. There's my 3rd farm. Boom. So 3rd farm secured, which means we now have the mint boosted because that is a 3 farm building. We'll be able to get that. That'll be 20 gold per turn. And I think we'll probably be rushing for the Merchants Guild this game to try to maximize our gold income so we can continue to produce units. Healing 15 health per turn in Friendly Domain seems good, but I need to save my Imperium for early settling of cities. We found Kralakaver the Collector. Not good. So we found all of the bad guys, the guys who don't like us. We found all of the bad dragons. So I could get a Noble Aegis in my horde, which would pay me out mana and money. I could get a bunch of money, or I could gain a bunch of Imperium. I think Imperium is pretty valuable for me now because the sooner I can get these cities plonked down, the better. I can start building up my battle economy. Can I bring this Slither over to join the battle? He won't be able to step on the pickup to get a level, but he will be able to participate. I'm curious what the auto combat looks like. Actually, really damn good auto combat results. Only my Slithers are really damaged. I'm going to take that. That's going to be a bunch of levels across the board. These guys are now veterans. Now, technically, you could argue that I should have saved that for like later. One Tart, I want you to build that mint. The mint pays itself off in like 6 turns. It does take a while to build, but it pays off real quick. My ruler has leveled up. I think we're almost at Nature Aura, which gives every adjacent unit regeneration and the dragon itself at the end of every turn, which is pretty powerful. We can also go for Quickened Breath. I like the idea of heightened senses. Not being able to be flanked would give this guy a lot of survivability. Not to mention the fact that it just gives me way more map scouting with him, so I know which way to move him efficiently across the map. This hero also leveled up. I think the move here is Eagle Eye to give him +1 range on his ranged attacks. We'll do that. And we will go ahead and cast Primal Mark so that our little slithery boys do the extra damage that they should. Turn 18 dawns, and I think we're going to go ahead towards this Marauder Guard. We'd like to get some of these guys leveled. I'll stay outside of the Ashenlands because I don't want to take the regeneration debuff. How do I show this? If I click here, I stand in this terrain, you can see I would get volcanic heat, which means the unit can't regenerate, which is what I don't want. I want my units to regenerate. We have finished researching Summon Wyvern Hatchling. So now we get the Wyvern Hatchling, which is a flying unit with Draconic Rage. So it deals more damage the lower its health is. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but it does evolve into one of 4 wyverns, either a Fire, Frost, Gold, or Obsidian Wyvern. I think that's based on like your alignment or something. Our next tome is for sure going to be the Tome of Beasts. The Wild Speaker is a fantastic support unit for dragon and like animal-based armies because it lowers the upkeep cost of those units and has a buff specifically for animals. And all of the evolution and dragon units do count as animals. Things like Pack Leader is really good. Animal and cavalry units get flanker and critical hit. Wildlife Sanctuary gives us food and draft based on the number of forests. We get more nature affinity, which is always nice for this kind of a build. We can summon wild animals. Animal kinship is great for damage and critical hit chance for any of my units. I'm probably not going to be making too many of these, using this too much, but it is nice. Marcus Prey is also a fantastic unit for focusing down enemy heroes and enemy dragons. Not only does it make my attacks do 25% more damage, right? Which, if my leader has Pack Leader, means they're actually doing 50% more damage, all my animals. It also lowers their defense by 3, which is like a 36% increase in the damage that our enemies are going to take, which is insane. So the combination of this is like... It's an insanely efficient spell in terms of DPS. Call of the Wild is fantastic as well. +2 bolstered defense and +1 strengthened on all animals. Really good AO. Just everything in here is fantastic. Summon Wild Animal and Animal Kinship are probably like the lowest tier, and they're still really good. It just synergizes so well with what we're going for. And speaking of Summon Wild Animal and Animal Kinship being lowest tier, we're definitely going to open with Wild Speaker. So we'll start with him. That's going to be the type of support unit we use. I will found a City of the Evolving Guardians. The city does have walls. It just needs to have wooden walls to buy it a little bit of time when it gets under attack. This city hasn't built its palisade wall, so I do need to get at least 1 forester. So I will plonk down a forester and then build the palisade walls, just so that it can't be 1 turn killed. At least I have a chance to counter attack while someone else tries to conquer it. Right, let's move into position on this guy. We will grab... Ooh, I need to wait a turn to clear this because this is a banner pickup that I want to hit to get levels on all these units. So we'll wait on that. Let's found a city here as well, because the income penalty doesn't matter right now. I don't make that much income, so I'll be able to deal with that with a expanded governance city capacity pretty quickly. It'll take me like 2 or 3 turns, so I'm not fussed about it. Actually, no, I should do it the other way around. Yeah, I should get the city cap first. I think it's safer. It's just like, I don't want to take the negative efficiency hit. Yeah, and like most of my cities, I'm going to open with a farm in these places because I want to go for the vendor, the workshop vendor combo, to start getting that gold train rolling. I think there's like a bug that means founded cities still take that -10 from being an outpost, which sucks. I will start getting hero join requests. I would like to get up to 4 healthy heroes. It would make me quite happy. There are infestations near my cities that are going to send units to come deal with me. I'm not going to be able to deal with that yet. I'll have to recruit a whole bunch of slithers to do that. All right, let's go ahead and clear this. I'm okay if the Fury dies. Or the warrior. Nobody died. I want to actually watch this replay. I want to see how these guys play. Standard kind of opening. We're up against a single Chaos Eater and 4 hounds. My dragon moves over to the left. Doesn't use any abilities. Everyone groups up, presumably for some kind of buff. I drop a heal on my skink. He drops the fattest dragon breath in human history. We start poisoning him. You drop a big fat crit on this guy. That keen edge really paying off there. All right. Yeah, you poison him. You run up and you shield bash, stunning him. That's kind of sick, actually. Another really nice. He's actually poisoned this time. My archer runs forward. So I think we just did, and it's just we just had that really efficient fire breath really did the work. And the fact that those dogs were just really damaged meant they couldn't do much. Then he lightning bolts. All right, perfect. You shoot that dog, finishing him off. Excellent. You ranged attack crit him for 20. Damn. He's getting crit. And don't forget, crits also lower enemy morale. So that's like super good. Damn, that was like a super efficient battle. Yeah. I probably wouldn't have been efficient as that. But these guys are all now super leveled up. He's actually an elite, so he's 1 level away from evolving to the Slither, the tier 3 unit. It'll probably be soon that I want to split these heroes up into their own respective stacks. But for now, this guy can sit inside here, continuing to garner easy levels. So speaking of easy levels, I will take Martial Expertise to give him another 10% damage on his melee physical, or on his physical ranged attacks. And my Dragon hero also leveled up, and I can finally grab Nature Aura, and this gives you like a ridiculous amount of regeneration. So after 5 turns of the battle, he's going to be regenerating 30 HP per turn. This is like an insane amount of effective HP, especially if I'm able to get him stuff like Dragon Scales to get his defense up. Really, really ridiculous. I'll take Nature Aura, of course. Now, I have to be really careful about which of these things that I actually want to take. I don't know if Tail Swipe... I think Tail Swipe might be good, worth taking. I don't know if Quickened Breath is good enough to take. Exhilarating Roar doesn't feel like it's very important. Terrifying Gorging is kind of cool, but is it as good as just doing other things with my hero? I don't know. I think I would rather maybe use some of these skill points and other things. So we'll kind of have a little bit of a think about that. But I feel like I'm pretty happy with my dragon build right now. Someone else's quest is here. What do we got there? This is a focus crystal. That would be nice to have. That 10% experience gain across my empire would be sweet. Yeah, I think moving over that way would be nice. And you'll notice I didn't go for any scouts this game. And that's just the way the old cookie crumbles sometimes. In this particular build order. It would be nice to summon a Wyvern Fledgling, but I just don't have the mana income to sustain them. They do take mana to upkeep when they're summoned, because I think they technically count as like a quasi-magic origin when you summon them. Would love to clear the Slag Smelter Forge. I think it's a little bit far away from Magnaford right now. Let me have a look. Here we go. So this is huge. I'm going to go ahead and send him a welcome gift. I'm going to negotiate back. Sorry, I'm going to pronounce him. Oh, I don't have enough for a friendship. I will negotiate a wizard's bond with you. He wants money. I'll take it. It's too expensive. I'll send a welcome gift to you. What about a wizard bond with you? It's a deal. Freebie with Sansavar the Radiant. And with Bozorkin, I'll send him a welcome gift. And I'll see if he'll negotiate a wizard bond. He'll take it too. So I got 2 wizard bonds with my team. This is the team I picked. There are 3 Dragon Lords on each team. My team is Sansavar over here at the Cradle of Integrity. Then we've got... Simiskira, I haven't found his land yet. We've got Bozorkan, the Arcanist, is the 3rd. So those are all my friends, and we're going to be up against the bad guys. So I think if this guy and this guy's on my team, this guy's definitely against me. I think whoever's here to my northeast. I should probably go find out who that is. That'd be a good move. I really want to clear out this focus crystal. It's going to be hard, dude. I want to build that market, but I'll build the stonemason first to get the production. Nice, we got the wild speaker. We're going to want to recruit some of those ASAP. So we could do Call of the Wild, which would buff our animals quite a bit, or we could do Draconic Vitality. I'm going to be focusing on animal stuff first, so I think I'll take Call of the Wild here. That defense and strengthened really could give me like a pretty efficient mana spell to spam in my battles. I would like to get a second quarry and a conduit. I kind of need to get this conduit. My mana income's low, so plus 15 mana right now actually really seals up like some of the holes in my economy. Would love impressment too. This would make my armies a lot cheaper. But I need to turn this into a city first, so we're gonna play it by ear. So Kingsblade Reforged. They want me to get the Kingsblade. I accept this quest. They want me to obtain a focus crystal, which is honestly where I was going anyway. If we take a look at Magnaford, I think it could be good for me to get a couple of these quarries down. That would get me towards pulling in gold and mana. So yeah, I'll pop a quarry right there. That's fine. All right, let's take the fight. I'm wondering how the auto combat looks on this because we're dealing with... Oh, wow. Focused Gaze gives us serious range. Wow, we absolutely dominated them in the auto resolve. Let's have a look at that replay. I don't know why I'm auto resolving so well. Let's have a look. So we're dealing with like a whole bunch of giants. They all rush forward. The giant runs right. The rest of their army runs left. You summon a spider. You went up to just 1v1 the giant, dude? What are you, crazy? This hero summons a big old pig that runs in and smashes. Bro, what is happening? How did we win this? Oh my god, the turn 1 skink opener just obliterating that unit. Spiders are moving. Independents are moving. So what do they do? So he does big damage to my skink. Draconic Rage activates. He probably should have healed that first. He blasts. He summons a thing. A bird takes him out. I don't know how this guy ended, but like near full health. Did he die? What's happening? You come forward. Big ol' zaps. Critical hit too, actually, on that. Oh, look at that damage at range, man. He healed from that death, but that's okay. Big ol' pig charge. Skink finishes him off. Somehow. Skink runs forward and attacks. Spider gets up there in his face. You kill that bird, I assume. I don't know if I would call that killing, but you definitely did damage to him. My own skink kind of tries to move off to the side here, getting a fat crit. Jesus. Bird kills the guy. Oh, he killed the skink. Boom. Big fat AoE damage. That was disgusting, that crit, by the way. That was ridiculous what he just did. The fact that he did so much damage to my own unit. Bro, he just left him and then attacked my hero? Big mistake. You should have taken that kill when you could. So flanking is good. The flanking is good. Does he have... Oh, I think he just fled. Oh, because we crit him and it scared him. Awesome. I think they knew they were done for, which I'm happy about. Awesome. Great auto-resolve. I notice people really like it when I fight the battles, but they don't like it when I auto-resolve too many, so I'll probably just commentate some of the battles to kind of make those people a little bit happier. Because the battles is a fun part of the game. I really like the economic management layer. Now, we did just finish the building that gives production, so we want to get that market for 15 gold. We're really trying to build up this gold per turn, and it's happening slowly. And so we found Voxibas the Forge Father. This is him. He's a level 11 dragon already, and he's kind of a little bit stubby. He's the Forge Father's creation. Oh, he creates random golems. Forge Father's gift. He's an Ancient of Earth. Wow. Sick as hell. Cool. It would be kind of cool to play as these unique characters. That would be kind of fun. I know they'd be kind of overpowered, but you should let us play as them sometime. I think we should have no problem clearing this gold mine. We definitely need to acquire this. I've built all my cities, right? No. I'm missing a city here. So we'll build the Evolving Guardian city here. Now I can probably start investing in my Imperium into these things a little bit more. I definitely need to clear the Bannerless Keep and the Gust Keep down here to the south. But in the meantime, we can start merking these. I haven't even begun to build a Wild Speaker, which does not feel amazing. Right, let's clear this bad boy. Auto combat. No losses, just a bit of damage on a slither. Let's have a look at this. How did this battle play out? I would expect, I think the Resurgence is doing work for us with the slithers. All right, so I'm expecting what? Oh, somehow I am fighting this battle. That is a strange bug. I should not be fighting this battle. So I did a reload to see if I can reproduce that bug. That was kind of weird. My goal was to watch the replay, right? Maybe I misclicked, but I wanted to auto combat this. And then I wanted to watch the replay. Hands were off the keyboard. Let's see what happened. I'm not going to press anything. I'm not going to click anything. Okay. I think it was just a little bug there. So I'm going to speed up time and let things play out. Nice regeneration trigger. Sprint. Makes a spider. Wow, the shield guy just goes in, man. Already big damage on the Watcher, actually. Big damage on you. And again, now they are immune to poison, I think those guys are. Wow, that Slither just went in. I think that Slither's going to get killed for sure. He's like way too far forward. Big old zap with a Psychic Gaze. Dude, those Watchers, by the way, they are sickeningly good in conjunction with some sort of Battle Mage. The fact that they lower enemy resistance. Whoa! Skink took damage, man. Boom, boom. You two-shot him. He got bit in the ass. You're going to big Fireball Blast. Well, Poison Ball Blast, really. Damn, that was a crit, man. All right, he's pinned. He's dead. He's super dead. Wow. We're zapping him. I think their morale is low now. How did no skinks die? I'm blown away. How are we winning these battles in auto-resolve? It's kind of insane. The damage is insane. Oh, buddy. Big zaps. My skink. He's fleeing. Don't let him flee. Ka-chunk. Oh, nice. Yeah, beautiful. I'll take it. We'll take a turn to set up for the next one. I guess I can auto-resolve this too. I'll probably lose like the Warrior or the Fury or something. Yeah, I'm okay with losing this Warrior. At this point, he was just costing me money. I mean, he was pretty highly leveled. He was a champion. Do I care? I don't care. I'm trading him out. I could probably replay it and save him, but I'm not gonna. Nice, a Whirlwind Blade. Now remember, every item we get that goes into our stash is an item that produces money for us. If I check, look at that. 14. Wait, is that all? I thought I had more items. 14 gold, 14 mana. That's pretty good. Ooh. What about a Murder Ring? Yeah, that's nice. How about a level on you? So Dragon Scales is cool, but do I want to go for that? Let's see. Summon Animal. God, I really don't want another Summon Animal ability. I'll take it. Would I rather have some sort of affinity buff? Assassinate is a free action. Summon Animal, Assassinate. Summon Animal, Assassinate. I mean, a random tier 3 unit is pretty good. I'll take it. Whatever, fine. I'm now going to take the Pack Leader ability, which will give units that are cavalry or animal flanker and 10% crit chance. So flanker will mean they do more damage when they are flanking. So basically it doubles the effect of flanking, which is quite good. So I'll take Pack Leader. I might want to take Inspiring Leader. I don't know if it's necessary in an animal stack. The city of Rallick can annex another province. We did go for the farm, and that farm is being pillaged, or at least they're standing on the farm right now. So let's go ahead and grab that farm to reboost these buildings. My hero Shas the Warden has leveled up. Now he has all of his spells. Do I want Killing Momentum? I don't know how often he's going to kill something, and if he kills something, he just fires his bow one more time, which is fine, but is it worth it a point, or should I start building him up to lead an army stack? That's the real question. Do I want to start getting defense on him to make him survive physical damage? It would be 3 hero skills for a 40, like, 50% health, effective health increase. I think I'll take Killing Momentum or Bloodlust. If I take Killing Momentum and Bloodlust, this guy is like pretty good staying power from murdering. So yeah, Killing Momentum and Bloodlust will be the play. Now we can start recruiting more heroes. Let's have a look. We've got Inspiring Warden. We've got Astral Adept. That could be handy to have extra affinity. We've got the Militarist. Okay. Shield, Polearm, Shock, and Fighter units. This could be good for someone who's going to lead a stack of Wyverns. +1 defense for Wyverns isn't bad. So what do? Let's have a look at you. So you're like a shieldy, get in the fight kind of boy. I mean, honestly, that looks fine. Yeah, I'll recruit you. You come with a Breastplate of Vitality, which is fantastic. Let's have a look. So you're level 3. You have Defense, Fighting, and Sprint. I think I'm okay with that. But I am going to reset your skills. I want Pack Leader. I don't need Inspiring Leader. I could take Shepherd. Don't need it. Do I want you to be melee? All the Wyverns are going to be melee. So I'm going to have you be a support hero. I'll get you Restore. Then we'll go for defensive training. Well, I think Shepherd is really good, actually. But I'm going to take Experienced Leader to level up the Wyverns faster. And I'll start summoning him some Wyvern fledglings to lead. Gasha the Viper can lead Ralik. And I got a message from you. He's declared a friendship. This guy wants me to declare a friendship with Sumaskira. Show Sumaskira. I will declare a friendship with her next turn if I have the cash. She built an outpost inside my area, which might mean I can settle that grievance for 100 cash and then negotiate wizard bond. She would do a wizard bond, but it would cost me money. What if I declared a friendship? Boom. And that should make that other guy happy because he asked me to do that thing. All right, let's drop a fledgling here in this guy's stack. Now, fledglings are quite cheap to maintain because they are animal units. I think their base unit upkeep is, what is it? Tier 1 units, I think, are 6. Because it's a low maintenance unit, it should have a 25% reduced maintenance upkeep. I'd like to clear this Fireforged stone as well over here to the right. We do finally have like leveled up slithers now. So you can see these guys are kind of like proto-wyverns. They don't have real wings, but they are draconic. Now these guys have charge resistance, they're demolishers, they have draconic rage, they also count as low maintenance units. So while normally a tier 3 unit would cost like 20 gold per turn, this guy only takes 15, and if I get a wild speaker here, he'll be 45% cheaper to maintain, which is huge. He also has slip away. When this unit's hit points are reduced to 0, it's displaced by 3 hexes and heals 15 temporary hit points. That's huge, they're much harder to kill. It's slippery, so it doesn't trigger opportunity attacks. It's swift, so it ignores the effects of terrain. Really, really powerful skirmisher, tier 3 skirmisher unit that you can recruit just by recruiting these like little slither hatchlings. That's why I got them, by the way, if you were wondering. Maybe we can use them against these fire giants. There's Call of the Wild, a really fantastic spell for battles. Marcus Prey is an amazing battle spell, so we'll take that. The fact that it, like I explained it earlier, but it just does so much work. I'm going to take the Shrine. Plus 10 mana income could be helpful. I'm a little bit light on mana in the current game. It could be good to get the Spirit Wolf. It does take a lot of maintenance upkeep on it. I think I'm going to grab Impressment here just to save me a little bit of cash. That little bit of money that I'm saving is a big deal. Because remember, imagine that's like per turn. I do want these Slag Smelter Forges. They count as a mine. They make units cost 25% less gold to recruit. It gives you Fire Giants and 15 draft, 10 gold, and 5 Imperium. So really, really good tile. If I could get that into either Magnaford, man, if I could get 2 Slag Smelters, units would... I wonder if those stack. They probably don't. But I might be able to get this into my capital. If you imagine, my capital has a range of 5 tiles maximum plus 2 from the nature affinity. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, in theory, I should be able to get this inside my capital, which would be nice as hell. A lot of potential for us to develop our empire economically here. I'm kind of excited at the prospect. Turn 24 dawns, and it is time to clear the Forged Fire Crystal. Let's have a look at the auto combat. Oh, let's have a look at that replay, because my units got severely damaged in that battle. We got a defense mode, everyone runs forward. He's going to make a pillar, which we're going to have to deal with. So we're dealing with a tier 3 wyvern. My slithery boy, oh, that was a big crit. Big AoE poison bolt. You summoned a unicorn of all things, Jesus. Nice poison, the wyvern. I think it's a fire wyvern too. A little bit of damage on that, now it's dead, which is perfect. My Slither makes his way forward. Now that thing is already poisoned. I don't think you can you get... Combat went out of sync. How does combat go out of sync in single player? Let's see this play again, because that's kind of weird, man. Okay, so we kill that thing, then you run forward and you throw your poison. And then combat goes out of sync. Huh. Weird. That's like a new bug, but I'm going to assume that this is true, that I won. I'm going to assume that because it's favorable to me. But yeah, we take the Fireforge Stone, 20 production. That's kind of a weird bug. I would assume that we win. I don't know why we wouldn't. So we definitely want to get these 3 things inside our borders. There's actually a whole bunch of resources here that I need to get in over the next 4 pop bumps in Magnaford. I do think +5 food on farms could pay off long term in terms of growth. Being able to add more tiles to my cities would allow me to develop my cities better. I definitely should continue to summon Wyvern fledglings to fill out this guy's army, because I'm building up my second stack of units now. There's nothing really around that he can fight safely. So he really just has to follow the hero stack around until he has a full stack himself. In terms of my capital, there's not much I can develop here. What about Magnaford? What could we develop? A shrine is quite good, so I'll take the shrine. What about Rallick? You're already building... Oh, I forgot to evolve. Did I forget to evolve this? Oh, I forgot to click the button after I did a reload. I see. So we'll have to fix that. Oh, a little bit of a mistake on my path. Draft and knowledge is good, but is it better than storehouse? This is like adding 2 farms to the city. It really helps the growth. I think I want to save up for the communal tent. That's 10 gold per turn. It pays itself off in 14 turns, which isn't very quick, but it does pay itself off. Grabbing the stonemason would eventually pay itself off through generate gold, because 25% of this, so this would be worth like what, 2.5 gold per turn, like 3.75 gold per turn. So it pays itself off really, really slowly, but it does mean all my other buildings appear faster. On the other hand, the tavern could help with stability. Honestly, I don't see a reason to spend my money. So this guy actually liked it when I traded grievances. So I'm wondering, would he do a defensive pact? He will take a defensive pact, and I want to get those defensive pacts early. 81 gold for a wizard bond. Defensive pact with you, perfect. So this is going to trigger us to start to be at war with Yellow Dragon over here, but we're picking a side in the Dragon War, essentially, which is going to be a fun series of events. Now, if they declare war on each other, he's likely to call me to war. I'll have like 2 to 3 turns to respond. I can delay answering the call to war to prepare. So I've been called to war. He'll expect a response within 2 turns. I'll tell him I'll decide later. Yeah, but I leave you here on turn 26 with the dawn of the Dragon War. And we're going to be going up against Voxabas the Forge Father as our first main opponent. We are picking a side and having to begin our participation very soon. Honestly, this is a little bit early for my economy. And my setup, especially because I have an enemy dragon here to my south. I do like that one of my enemy dragons down here is isolated. And I like that to my left, I have 2 allied dragons. So if Acreon here, who's to my left, decides to go to war with me too, they should be able to double team him and take him out for me. But there's going to be a lot of battles here as we build up our economy and try to get control of stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching this Dragon-tastic video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye!